All right, I'm Alexandra Ballensweig. I'm the founder and CEO of humhum. Nobody likes dating on the apps. They feel transactional. They prey on our fears, our insecurities, our vulnerabilities. They bring out the worst in us. We swipe when we're bored and when we're lonely, when we're seeking validation outside of ourselves. 78% of people are burnt out from dating, and studies show that app use correlates with higher levels of anxiety and depression, and yet dating apps are still the primary way that people are dating today. So we asked ourselves the question, how do we create a dating culture that is actually good for us, good for our mental wellness, good for our relationships, and help us to build skills and grow into people that we actually like? Meet humhum, a community and an intentional dating app that offers mindful guided blind dates, group events, and coaching online. Here's a glimpse inside Zoe's guided date with humhum. It was easy to sign up and book a date, and her date felt energizing for a few reasons. One, she was warmly welcomed by a facilitator who started the date with a breath and a meditation practice that helped her to feel grounded and connected to herself when meeting somebody new. HumHum also offers community agreements that normalize practicing presence, curiosity, and kindness. About 10 minutes in, the facilitator leaves the date, and the daters are offered a guided prompt like the show and tell, for example, that sparks storytelling about an object in their space. The app also sends tagging cues, letting the daters know whose turn it is to speak and whose turn it is to listen. This slows the whole conversation down so that they can both practice more self awareness when connecting. And after the date, each person has the opportunity to decide if they want to stay connected. And if it's reciprocal, we put them in touch. And afterwards, Zoe booked a coaching session to debrief about her experience with a professional. We make money by charging a subscription fee for dates and offering coaching and date add ons. People want what we're offering. Subscriptions have been growing 8% week over week since launching in April. We have an NPS score of 55, and we've made over 10,000 in revenue since launching. People tell us that we're changing the way that they date, that by being a part of the humhum community, they felt more prepared and grounded to meet their now partner. We've been growing our community so far through practitioner referrals like dating coaches and therapists, as well as community partnerships. So, for example, we hosted an event with Dr. Marie Tu and a dating coach and converted 8 customers. We know that the major players in this space are making billions of revenue a year, but look at their net promoter scores. In 2029, HumHum is an $100 million top line business that scales from a tech enabled service to a SaaS platform. And to get there, we'll bring our group dates back in app, which they're now being hosted on Zoom. We'll automate our one on one dates, and then we'll scale beyond the first date to offer support across the relationship life cycle, everything from couples date nights to breakups and more. Our founding team is built for this work across product tech and product design engineering with experience in ed tech and wellness tech. Let's do dating well together. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Alexandra. Jay, you're up next, please. Question for Alexandra.
Thanks for the presentation. How do you deal with the network effect issue where you got to get people on this, especially if you're charging from the get-go, in order for people to see value, since doesn't seem like there's a single player mode here, right?
Great, thanks, Karen.
Yeah, I mean, just thinking about all the different parts that you're going to have to engage and how you manage your resources and prioritize whether it's coaching or whether it's the one-on-one dates or facilitation, et cetera.
All right, great. Let's take one from our syndicate member, Rick. What happens when users find their partner and get married? Business gone? 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you. So I'll talk about the inherent dating churn problem first, which is, if people get married. That's really why we're focusing on this broader roadmap to support people across the relationship life cycle. And so we've already had couples ask us if we can host dates for them, and we plan to build out content around that through the relationship life cycle, and also people who go through breakups and other parts of dating. So that's how we'll address that. In terms of prioritizing focus, the one-on-one dates and the group events are really what people are wanting. Coaching is about 10% of our revenue. And so that kind of talks to Jay's question around what is the single player mode? How do we engage people before we have network effects? And so we're really focused on trying to just create a good experience for every customer as they come in. And so for some people, that's coaching. If we can't get somebody on a date out of the gate, we push them towards our event offerings or towards coaching. And to that point, we have a wait list. So basically, we'll only bring people off the wait list once we have folks that we can actually pair them up with. And so in the meanwhile, we're engaging them with our other offerings. Thank you so much.